You're entering VTV's Chamber Zone. Your business community at work. Representing the Vernal area and Duchesne County Chambers of Commerce, here's Adam Massey and Irene Hansen.
Welcome to Chamber Zone, your business community at work. I'm your host, Irene Hansen, with the Duchesne County Chamber of Commerce. And I have to tell you, I'm very excited for this show because one of my dearest friends and a colleague I love to work with and try and take every opportunity to work with her is Tammie Lucero, Uintah County Economic Development Director, and she also does travel and tourism for Uintah County. And over the last 5 years, we've just become close friends and colleagues as we work to make the basin the very best place we possibly can. And you know, Tammie, we've had some ups, we've had some downs in our economy, but overall, man, we are lucky to live where we do.
I couldn't agree more. I think that we are blessed beyond measure to live where we are. And you know, really, Irene, it comes from the people and the relationships. It's not just about bringing business to our communities. It's about the relationships with the people that we deal with and associate with every single day. So I'm just like you. I feel blessed as could be.
Yeah, you know, we've had, you know, we certainly had as the economy ticked up 2012 to 2013, 2014, and we had the opportunity to really get to know some of our energy companies. And you have put on probably one of the best state conferences. Well, it's recognized around the entire nation as the place to be for experts in the energy industry, for producers, for suppliers, and that's the energy conference that takes place in September here in Uintah County. But man, we've gotten to know our energy producers and the supply services that are available. And you know what? We have some really good companies doing business here.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, you're right about the fact that we've gotten to know them a little bit better. And I think one of the key things for both you and I, and what probably sets us apart maybe from some of the other people, is they trust us. The people that we work with trust us. When we tell them something, we follow through on it. And I think that's fantastic. And speaking of our Energy Summit, can I put a shameless plug in for our Energy Summit?
Yes, in fact, it isn't even shameless, just plug it all you want.
All right, so our Energy Summit is going to be held on September 10th here in our new conference center. So it'll be the first big event, I believe, to be held in the conference center. It starts at 7 in the morning. You can register online. You can go to Uintah County's website. And actually, I don't know if you can go to your website or not, but if not, we'll make that happen.
Yeah, we'll get a link
so that you can, so we're linked in there. But you're right. I have had in the past at least 2 different people who've been to our energy summits, one traveled from Houston and one from somewhere else in the country, I can't remember where, who said that the content of our energy summit was better than what they've gone to and paid thousands of dollars for. So right here in Uintah County, we have the best producers, the best industry partners, the best community, the best everything. So glad to be a part of it.
And what was interesting last year is I don't know if it was the lieutenant governor's bus or if it was the governor's, but there was an entire group that came out from the Salt Lake City Chamber, 40 or 50 on a bus, to be with us to come to that conference. They got there a little bit late. In fact, we couldn't hold room for them. We finally just said, we've got to there is no more reservations. All the tables are open and you'll just have to spread out and sit where you can, because it was that good of a turnout. But now in the new conference center, I can't even imagine. Do you think we'll get last year we topped, I think, over 700. Do you think we'll get 1,000 this year? What do you think?
I don't know. You know what? I'm really hoping for at least, what we have currently had. Just a couple of years ago, if you'll remember, we had about 190 people, and with just in a short time, we built it up to over 700 people. So now that we have the space and we actually have the opportunity for people to put booths and some of our vendors to have their booths in our area, in our conference, I suppose it could easily top the 700-800 plus mark. So I'll be excited if it does that.
Well, and in some of our companies, now that a little bit of the pressure is off, now we never want the pressure off, but there is a time right now where the pressure is off some of our industry partners a little bit, and so maybe more of them will be able to attend. There's also a lot of side meetings that start taking place the day before, because how often do you get literally some of the highest decision makers in the United States regarding energy investment, and they come to Uintah County. And so meetings start the day before. It's just an amazing event. And Tammie, you guys do such a good job, but I have to also give a compliment. If you come for no other reason, come for the food.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they start feeding
sure
us
do.
at 7 o'clock. Tell us a little bit what you have on tap this year for the food. I have to ask about food. You know me.
Well, the truth of the matter is Steve Jones at Golden Corral always does a fantastic job for us, and he's on tap again to do it. We'll have a full breakfast. We'll have breaks throughout the day. Of course, we're going to get Aggie ice cream, as always, as one of our breaks, and then we'll have a fantastic dinner. So I don't think you'll be disappointed in the food. I think it'll be fantastic. As usual.
Always.
And we have some great speakers doing a little coordinating right now with the governor's office, so hopefully he'll be able to make it, and then a few others on tap. And really this is going to be a really fantastic year for everybody to come, because with the downturn in the economy and energy production, oil and gas, it's going to be really important to listen to what they have to say to us this year and what we can do as communities to help our partners, because really we need to do all that we can to help them. And maybe it's different today to help them than it was last year, but one way or the other, it's going to be important to know what they have to say.
Tammie, you and I, one of the things we've always done is have to be client driven. When we come back, we're going to talk more about the people we work with and the clients that we work with on a daily basis. We'll be right back after this message.
Almost 45% of the oil produced in Utah, 7.8 million barrels, comes from Duchesne County. That oil feeds our state economy, provides job growth, and supports local business. Here in Duchesne County, we're working to make Utah an economic, cultural, and technological leader. Whether you're here for business or pleasure, Duchesne County will welcome you with open arms and invite you to explore all the beauty of the Uintah Mountains. Duchesne County, close enough for business, far enough to get away.
Welcome back to Chamber Zone, your business community at work. I'm with Duchesne County Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development Office. Tammie, before we left the break, we were talking about the Energy Summit, which is literally that one of several real destination events for the basin. And you wanted to finish up a little bit of an explanation, and then we'll move on to other economic development issues. But finish up telling us about some of the things we're going to see when we come to that conference.
Well, really what I wanted to make sure is that people have the ability to get the information on who our key sponsors and our partners are with our Energy Summit, which of course is Duchesne County and many others, Strata, others. So I want to make sure and direct them to our website, Uintah County's website, and your website soon to be.
Yes.
So to see all of our partners, because there are many. There's the Chambers, there's Strata, there's Moon Lake, there's many of our partners, and I just want people to make sure that they understand we couldn't do this without them.
Yeah, and you're right. No good conference is able to move forward without really good sponsors, because it costs when you bring in speakers. And again, for those who are planning on coming to this, we have more motels in the basin now. There shouldn't be any problem getting a room, even at the last minute. But mark your calendar. What's that date again?
September 10th, right here at the new conference center in Vernal.
Okay, we will absolutely put that on our agenda. Now, Tammie, as we've worked together over the years, one of the things I enjoy a lot that we have the pleasure to do is we work with a lot of our leaders, our elected officials and others, and I think you become very good at seeing real leadership. and knowing when people are doing, and you say it all the time, the right things for the right reasons. And I have to give a plug for the leaders in our communities and in our counties, because some of these decisions are not always easy. Things come up. We're right now having challenges with our economy, and we certainly have seen our great leaders make a difference.
I couldn't agree more, and I think something certainly that is important is when people hear things that maybe are bothersome to them or troublesome that they don't understand, the best thing to do is go find out. There are public meeting after public meeting after public meeting, and they will see how much time and effort and blood, sweat, and tears is put forth for their behalf. I think sometimes we can be complacent as community and just think that these things happen, and it's not without a lot of effort on everyone's part. And so we have to give kudos to all of our elected officials and the other people who work closely with them, because frankly it's a monumental task to accomplish some of the things. And as you full well know, and most people do, is some of these things that our communities are working on that are of extreme importance.
Yes.
They do not happen overnight. They don't take a week to do.
No.
They take a while, but certainly there are a lot of people who are very much committed to our communities. So I feel blessed to work with them every day and blessed to work with you every day.
Well, and Tammie, you talked earlier in economic development, in small rural counties, which we still are, we know we're the luckiest people in the world, but we are still remote rural Utah. We don't have enough money to pay for endorsements. We don't have enough money to pay to promote our area, tens of millions of dollars. So we have to form relationships with people. That's people in other counties, it's people at the state level, it's company people. But so one of the things, let's finish up with today, I'm really proud, and you and I talk all the time about our travel and tourism offices. And so, of course, you guys are building a new convention center. We're building a new event center in Duchesne City.
Right.
So what kinds of opportunities do you see coming with regard to travel and tourism in this next 5 years?
Well, the thing that we are blessed with in our communities, both of our communities, is recreation, wildlife areas, rivers, streams, fishing, boating, the Dinosaur National Monument. I mean, currently, the two people who work for me for travel and tourism are doing the big launch of the Jurassic World, and they have our big dinosaur out in Salt Lake City at their movie premiere. And I mean, I can see Duchesne and Uintah counties just thriving, and really, we have an opportunity, especially with a little bit change in the economy, to bring people here, to help them understand we have a lot to offer. I think we're sort of a diamond in the rough that people don't know about.
I do too.
With our trails and with what we have available for recreation. Outdoor recreation is as world class as anywhere. We just maybe don't get the recognition. So I see that as a great opportunity.
I do too. And it's fun too, because one of the places, and our restaurants, we have good old-fashioned eating,
Yep.
and we have comfort food,
Yep.
and we also have fast food, and so we have it all. And it's funny, we'll have people stop at our welcome center. You also run the Jensen Welcome Center,
Right.
And we have people from all over the world. We have the Duchesne City Welcome Center there at the city building, and it's just fun to see all the people that come through. And you know what? People are now looking for an experience.
Yep.
And they don't want, to just come. They can go anywhere and just have a normal vacation. They want an experience. They want to know where to look at the stars. They want to be able to see petroglyphs. And one of the fun things we always do, of course, is to send them to Marion's on Main Street in Roosevelt, because it's one of maybe a dozen old-fashioned soda fountains left in the country. We could talk for hours, Tammie, about our counties. We just are so blessed, and we welcome everyone to Uintah and Duchesne County. We look forward to a great future. Thank you.